Hi, this is Joyce Farrell. Let's talk about using shortcut arithmetic operators. In C# you can add and assign in a single statement. For example, assume you've declared a variable named balance due and you've stored $1,000 there. Assume you have another variable named new purchase and you've purchased something new for $342. You want to be able to add the new purchase to the balance due, increasing the balance due. You can make a statement such as balance due equals balance due plus new purchase, and it would take 1,000 plus 342 and assign the result, 1,342, into balance due. The statement balance due plus equal new purchase does exactly the same thing. It takes the value on the right, adds it to the value on the left, and assigns the new value to the variable on the left. Other compound operators include subtract and assign. For example, you might have an amount owed and you might want to reduce it by a payment amount. So you used to owe $75. If you minus equal $25, amount owed changes to $50. You might have multiply and assign. For example, you might want to take a bank balance, multiply it by an interest rate, and store the new balance into bank balance. You might want to use divide and assign to reduce a payment due from an annual rate to a pay period rate. For example, you might have $1,000 due, but you want to divide it into 4 pay periods and change the payment due rate to the result of the arithmetic. Modulus and assign, perhaps you have 27 loose eggs. You divide by 12, goes twice, but you have 3 left over, and there are 3 loose eggs left over after you've packaged the rest of the eggs into cartons of a dozen each. Incrementing is the process of adding 1 to a variable. Adding 1 to a variable is a common task, for example, when you count occurrences of some task. Count equals count plus 1 adds 1 to count and assigns the result back into count, increasing it. Count plus equals 1 uses the add and assign operator to increase count by 1. 2 other statements you can use are plus plus count and count plus plus. Each of these adds 1 to count. The prefix increment operator uses plus plus in front of a variable. When you use plus plus count, it adds 1 to count and then evaluates the expression. For example, if count equals 12 and answer is plus plus count, count is increased to 13 and 13 is assigned to answer. So count is 13 and answer is 13 when the statements are complete. With the postfix increment operator, you use plus plus after the variable name. Count plus plus evaluates count, then adds 1 to it. So, for example, if count is 12 and answer is count plus plus, count is evaluated as 12, assigned to answer, and then count is increased to 13. So when these 2 statements are done, answer is 12, but count has been increased to 13. Let's look at a few examples and let's think about what's the value of x. Assume a is 2. X equals a plus plus. What's the value of x? The value of x is 2. When these statements are done, a will have become 3, but when the assignment is made, a has not been increased yet. Assume b is 4. What's the value of x equals plus plus b? Well, b is increased to 5 because it's a prefix operator, and then the assignment is made. So x is 5 when this statement is done. Assume a is 2 and b is 4. What's the value of x equals a plus 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 b plus plus? Well, a plus plus is evaluated as 2, and b plus plus is evaluated as 4, so x is 6. When the statement is done, a becomes 3 and b becomes 5, but at the time the values were evaluated, 6 was assigned to x. Assume a is 2 and b is 4 again. What's the value of x equals a plus 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 b? Well, a plus plus is evaluated as 2, but plus plus b is evaluated as 5. So in this case, x equals 7. It's tricky, but it's important. Thanks for watching.